Iran-Contra Affair, 1985 to 1987. The Iran-Contra Affair was a political scandal in the United States involving secret arms sales to Iran and the diversion of proceeds to fund Contra rebels in Nicaragua. It revealed a complex web of covert actions, deception, and violations of U.S. law. Key facts about the Iran-Contra Affair. Background: in the 1980s, the Reagan administration pursued a policy of supporting anti-Sandinista Contra rebels in Nicaragua, who were fighting the socialist government. Meanwhile, the U.S. had an arms embargo against Iran due to its involvement in state-sponsored terrorism. Iran arms sales. In 1985 and 1986, National Security Council (NSC) staff, including Lieutenant Colonel Oliver North, facilitated secret arms sales to Iran. The administration believed these sales could secure the release of American hostages held by Hezbollah in Lebanon and potentially improve relations with Iran. Hostage crisis. The plan to secure the release of hostages was partially successful, but it also contradicted the Reagan administration's public stance of not negotiating with terrorists. Diversion of funds. To circumvent the U.S. Congress's ban on funding the Contras, officials, including Oliver North, orchestrated the diversion of funds from the Iranian arms sales to support the Contras in Nicaragua. Lebanon hostage takers. Some of the funds from the arms sales to Iran ended up in the hands of Lebanese groups with connections to Hezbollah, raising ethical and legal concerns. Discovery and scandal breaks. In November 1986, a Lebanese magazine exposed the secret arms sales to Iran, leading to a series of investigations by the U.S. Congress and a special prosecutor, Lawrence Walsh. Poindexter and North indictments. In 1988, indictments were issued against National Security Advisor John Poindexter and Oliver North. Both were charged with multiple counts, including conspiracy, obstruction of justice, and making false statements. Congressional hearings. The affair prompted extensive congressional hearings, known as the Iran-Contra hearings, where key figures, including Oliver North, testified. The hearings revealed the extent of the clandestine operations and the involvement of high-ranking officials. Legal outcomes. In 1990, an appeals court overturned Oliver North's conviction, citing his immunized testimony before Congress. John Poindexter's conviction was also overturned on similar grounds. Other figures involved in the affair received varying degrees of legal consequences. Legacy and criticisms. The Iran-Contra affair damaged the Reagan administration's reputation, raising questions about the proper use of executive power and the role of secret operations. Critics argued that the affair revealed a culture of impunity and lack of accountability within the government. The Iran-Contra affair remains a complex and controversial episode in U.S. history, highlighting the challenges of balancing national security interests with legal and ethical considerations.